Welcome back to the beautiful 12 Days of Beer, where we have Dave on my right and Jeff on my left here. And we're going to be trying 12 days of non-alcoholic beers.
Remember, that's Curtis is left and Curtis is right.
Exactly. My left, my right. And I'm the host, Curtis. So today we're going to be doing Stella Artois 00 non-alcoholic, actually alcohol-free as they call it.
This is a little sus. You're being a little sus there.
Why is that?
You get to put in here like, this one's alcohol free. This one's non-alc. This.
So it just goes by under this. It just has to be under 0.5% alcohol. This one is the only one I've seen that says 0.0 alcohol.
Dang, that's impressive.
So this has nothing. Like absolutely.
This is no alcohol. I've never had this one before.
This is, as far as it's concerned, is just water.
Could be. Doesn't have an ingredients label on it. So
I mean, what would be the difference between a regular Stella Artois and that?
And water?
Alcohol?
Yeah. The alcohol,
flavor, hops, I don't know. And this one, unlike the other ones we've tried, so this one is 59 calories overall.
Do you think that they ever have a whoops? Oh, we actually bottled the alcohol in the non-alc.
I feel like they might. There's regulations and stuff.
There has to be, right?
Yeah, there'd have to be something going on. I've only had like one ever Stella Artois in my life.
Really, they're pretty good.
Like a regular one.
I haven't had it recent enough to remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Labatt, I can compare, right? I can compare a Labatt to a non-alcoholic Labatt a little bit. This is basically my first Stella Artois.
That's still not going to be your first because it's just water.
Is this a screw off or is this a?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It is not twisting off for me.
It is not a twist off, apparently.
Oh, that's why I have a bottle opener.
I always wish I knew how to do the ring thing like you do, Jeff.
It's easy, but it's if you don't have a bottle opener. But since I have one, I'm not going to do it.
So before I got the cap off completely, I got like a wicked smell of like feet.
Oh, this one smells a little skunky.
Whoa! I don't like that smell. I don't like that smell. The Labatt smell. The Labatt smells a lot better.
This is not good. This is not good smell, guys.
It sounds like it definitely smells like your drunk uncle just dunked his feet in water.
Oh, we caught it. We're good. That is so close. This one has much better foaming than the Labatt.
Yeah,
Curtis,
it smells like crap too.
Curtis, how long you had this one?
This I bought this.
This doesn't expire until 2025, David. It has
it's got an expiration date.
Okay, all right. I'm just.
I did leave it out in my car for 3 years, though. You never,
3 years.
Yeah, it's got a really long expiration. I'm kidding. I bought this last week.
We're checking. We're just making sure here because
all these other ones say where they're brewed in. Oh, here we are. Brewed in St. Louis. That's cool.
All right.
So I guess I'm putting it in my Stella Artois chalice.
0.0%. For all intents and purposes, this is the same alcohol content as Gatorade. Correct.
Or Coca-Cola or anything. Anything non-alcoholic.
The most comparable thing would be like tea, wouldn't it? Like if we're gonna really break this down, it'd be tea.
Much. I would say Gatorade's the biggest comparison.
Has the most.
A can of Heinz beans. A can of Heinz beans is the biggest comparison. This has the same alcohol content as a can of Heinz beans.
Jeff back on his beans.
Back on them beans.
Cheers. So I can walk into school and drink this, right?
Oh
I mean,
what's the worst thing you can do at a middle school band concert? The callbacks. Oh God. Okay.
The years ago callbacks. I love it. All right. Well, cheers, gentlemen. Happy holidays.
That's way worse than the Labatt.
That's got more of that.
I'm not a fan.
Like
only 59 calories.
Has anybody had a Stella Artois enough to know this is what a Stella Artois tastes like?
No, Stella Artois tastes better.
It tastes much better. Yeah, this almost tastes skunked, which is a little weird.
I don't know how it could literally skunk when it's not really.
It's because it's in a green bottle.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you're right.
Lets more light in. It can happen. I couldn't tell you the
I don't think it
bottle
is
is like lopsided.
I don't think
No.
it is skunked though. Like I don't
think it is skunked. I think they may have overdone the hops and everything to get it to have more flavor because of the lack of alcohol.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like I don't need it to taste any more like ass.
It's not that bad.
I'd rather go to school than drink this.
You'd rather go to school.
For 12 years. I'd rather go to school again for 12 years.
It's more like 13 years if you include kindergarten.
Yeah, sure. And preschool. Yeah.
14 years, 15 years if you count the time I repeated first grade.
Did you repeat first grade?
No.
No.
It doesn't count then, Jeff. You can't count that. Oh, goodness. I think this is okay. It's not horrible. I've had much worse beer than this.
I agree.
Really? When?
College.
I once drank a Corona that was sitting on the table for 2 days and it tasted
Ew.
better than this.
Was it open?
Yeah.
That's rough.
I don't think I could drink a flat Corona. I don't think I could do
No.
it.
Tastes better than this, I'll tell you that much.
Well, either way. So I got a fun story, at least, on how I got this glass, and I wanted to share it with you, gentlemen.
You
Okay.
bought it?
I did not. So I went through this, I'll say phase in college where I was like, I have like a little post office box basically living at college because I lived there. And it was like, I'm never going to have this address ever again. I am going to sign up for every single piece of free advertising and merchandise that I can find. So,
did you give him a fake name?
oh yeah.
Okay.
I had several aliases in terms of the mail, in terms of those free surveys.
Okay.
But I had kind of forgotten who I had reached out to and stuff like that. And one day I got a box and this little chalice was inside. I'm like, this is the best day ever.
Here's the question. Of all the things you signed up for, is this the best thing you got?
Oh, absolutely. The best thing I've ever
A
received
glass
on
that said Stella Artois.
Yeah.
These are high bars.
Well, I mean, like I've gotten the Bud Light sweaters. Like I have a knit sweater from Bud Light, and that big one from Bud Light. Sorry, and this is still up there. I'm like, this was still like, you take that moment out of time was such a situation of like pure joy and unexpected just happiness, where it's like you open the box and you don't know what you're expecting, and then this pops in there. You're like, I'm drinking out of this for the next year and a half.
Wild.
I don't think I would
Christ.
buy these NA ones though. Again, that's still
Which ones?
NA.
I don't think I would drink it if they paid me to.
I would drink it if they paid me to.
It depends how much.
At $20, I'd $20
Oh,
a bottle,
20.
I'd do it.
Would you do it for $10 a bottle?
Mm-hmm.
$5 a bottle?
How many bottles do I have to drink?
$5 for every bottle you drink.
Wait, so I get $5 for every bottle of Stella Artois NA I drink? Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I cut off right there.
What's your cutoff?
I think I have to make money from buying it.
What's my
So-
annual salary? Like I'll drink as many as I need to get paid what I get paid now.
I could only imagine you just drink at Stella Artois your entire life. You open up your fridge and it's just Stella Artois on it. You're like, oh, so you must really like Stella Artois. No, I hate it.
I
I
absolutely
hate it so
hate it.
much.
How would that be any different than the way I talk about the other thing that pays me right now?
Jeez. It's not the worst one.
I
I've ever
can't
had,
get
but
through
it's
the
different,
bad smell. Every time I lift it to my mouth, I smell it. It smells terrible.
but the smell is pretty harsh. I'll be honest. I'll agree with that.
That was not a slight at anything, nor speaking for anything or anything at all. There's
No.
my disclaimer. Okay, got it. That was a
Got it.
joke.
Good call, Dave. Good call.
You know, I used to hate my job. I still do, but I used to too.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, moving on. I'm
Thank
so
you so
glad that
much
I have
for-
a sip of this Labatt Blue left. So get
There
rid
you
of that
go.
other thing.
Yeah, you love that one.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of 12 Days of Beer.
No, you didn't review it. Would you rate it out of 10?
Oh, did I not? I didn't even do that on the other ones.
Nope.
Jeff, how would you rank it out of 10
How
when
would you
you're
rank it out of 10?
Two, a 0.0% alcohol out of 10.
Oh, I don't think it's that bad. I'd give it a solid 4, maybe 3.5.
4 is almost
is
drinkable
failing.
again.
No, name another drink you rank a 4 out of 10. What's a comparison? What's a 5 out of 10 drink for you?
A 5 out of 10. So is it, on the scale? I guess this is where I have to get my rationale in this.
Yeah.
10 is my absolute favorite drink of all time.
Right.
5 is like, 0 is this is the most disgusting thing. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'd say it's a 4. It is absolutely lower than in terms of my thought. And a 3.5, 4 would probably be like something I don't normally drink, don't buy again.
But you would buy this again, is what you're saying.
No, I said a 4.
That's why you said a
3.
4.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I want to clarify.
I don't think I would buy. I don't think personally I would buy this again. It's a little too skunky. The flavors aren't really there for me. But yeah, 3 to 4, probably 3.5 is my bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it at like a 3 at maximum. It's probably a 2. If it's a 5 for me, I drink it again. Right?
I think
Yeah.
a 6 for me is I drink it again.
Yeah. A 5 is I wouldn't enjoy drinking it, but I wouldn't hate drinking it.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
someone gives it to me and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna just throw this in their face. That's a 0. That's like you give me like battery acid to drink. I'm not going to throw it in your face, but I'm going to really question why you gave this to me to drink.
I think one would argue that battery acid isn't something to drink.
I think this means I think I need to make a 10 scale of what a 10 like each line what it actually means.
Dave.
I need a chart because a
Because
0. Because if I have a 0, it's like an absolutely I can't even take another sip.
I got a chart.
Okay.
I would put a 10 as of Coke Vanilla.
Coke vanilla.
Okay, vanilla Coke's a 10.
Yeah.
I like to see how this evolves over the series.
All right. What's a 0? What is an absolute 0?
Think of drinks that are edible. Drinks that people
Actual,
actively drink.
Actually,
Not bleach. Bleach is not even on the scale. Have you ever been
food product?
Have you ever been to the Coke World?
Yes.
The Coke World in Disney Springs, and they have that platter of drinks to try.
Why are we back on Coke? Why does it have to be a Coke product?
Because it's like
Are we
he's trying
sponsored? Is Jeff sponsored and I don't know it? This is BS. I want sponsored.
It's the Beverly.
me too.
The Beverly is a 0 out of 10.
Oh, Skinny Matt tried that and hated it.
It's a 0 out of 10. I don't see why anybody would willingly drink it.
Okay.
The Beverly. Oh, you can't see my. I gotta move the 0.
What's your 0 out of 10?
Yeah, what's your 0, Curtis?
You see, that's a hard question because I really don't know. I'm trying to think of like things that I don't like. I think for me, it might be rice milk.
Oh, dude, milk might be like a 1 for me now.
Really?
Like just milk, like
Nah.
just basic milk might be a 1.
There is a level. So for me, a 9 or 10 might be the Fairlife chocolate milk.
Okay, you got me. Milk is like a 9 out of 10 for me.
We know that about you, Jeff.
It's so close to 10 out of 10, but chocolate milk is a 10 out of 10.
Okay, we gotta make a chart. We each gotta make a chart, and we'll make T-shirts out of them.
But it's 0, Dave. What's a 0 out of 10? I mean, I've yet to hear your guys' 0 out of 10.
I'm trying to come up with something that is like a actual beverage that I wouldn't
I
Like
think it's
something
something
you've
that
drank in your life, and you're like, I know what your 0 out of 10 is, Dave.
Ooh, I know what it is. The Goya malt beverage.
No, Dave's 0 out of 10 is that peppermint.
Oh, that peppermint RS beer that we tried.
Yes. I think that's your 0 out of 10.
I think you might be right. That might have been my
0 is the Goya malt beverage.
Ugh.
I don't know so that was an option for this. I want you to know that. But I remember that from childhood. That was my first. It may be because I was like 10.
Yeah.
It was my first instance of ever tasting anything with malt. I threw up. So no, thank you, Goya. You can keep that.
We need to try that on here.
Excuse me.
Oh.
And on that note, thank you all for joining us for another fun episode of the 12 Days of Beer. We hope you enjoyed our episode, and we hope you join us again for the next iteration of 12 Days of Beer. If you've stuck around this long, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel.